Hi everyone, how's it going? My name is Ahmed Zifzaf. I'm the head of crypto partnerships at Worldpay. My goal today is to tell you three things, or for you to come away with three things. One, for you to understand who Worldpay is. Two, for you to understand what we do in the crypto space. And three, if you're a PayFi company, a DeFi company, a protocol, learn how you can work with a company like Worldpay. So I'll get going. So on a high level, what does Worldpay do? We're the largest payment processor in the world, which means when you tap your credit card at your local grocery store or online, it's likely that Worldpay is involved in making sure that payment is processed and goes through, and that we limit fraud, and we get money to the merchant. So we help you take, manage, and make payments globally. What do we do in the crypto ecosystem? So in 2014, we were the first company to really support crypto exchanges globally to be able to accept credit card payments for you to purchase crypto. We work today with some of the largest global exchanges around the world, and last year we did about $6 billion in card-to-crypto transactions. So when we think about the next billion users on-chain, this is like a big tagline for a lot of companies. On my team, we think a lot about how do we bring the next $1 billion of volume on-chain. In total, around the world, both crypto-native and non-crypto native, Worldpay does about $2 trillion in payments volume. It's about 3 or 4 times the size of DeFi if you think of it as a whole in terms of the market opportunity. We do about 38 million crypto transactions a year and 50 billion total transactions a year in payments globally. Now, what does that look like in the crypto space? It means that we're looking to really capture the entire crypto payments flow for our customers, both for exchanges and wallets on the crypto native side, as well as for the big global retailers, airlines. You can think of all the major companies in the world. That is who Worldpay really counts as our customer base. So if you're a company that is really looking to innovate like Huma in payment financing, or you're working on a yield optimization tool, those are all types of services that you can work with Worldpay and help enable some of the largest companies in the world to really get access to your tooling and your protocols and your technology. Now, you've been hearing a lot about stablecoins in the news in terms of big companies, payment companies really innovating in the space. Worldpay has been working on stablecoin and stablecoin settlement for a few years now. And today I'm going to talk about a little bit of our newest announcement with Solana, with USDG, and the Global Dollar Network. But first, I want to talk about how do we do the work that we do. We work with a lot of the crypto partners that you might see around this room today and the conference as a whole, within the Solana ecosystem and within other ecosystems as well. We look to work with some of the biggest battle-tested protocols and crypto infrastructure companies around the world, from Paxos, Zero Hash, and we support and enable our merchants like Kraken and Coinbase to really be able to access the traditional fiat payment rails, as well as for them to complete the crypto payments product flow and life cycle. So I wanted to take a moment and talk about our newest announcement using USDG as a settlement asset on the Solana network. If you see the Global Dollar Network booth out there, you'll see our name, and it's one of the most exciting partnerships that we really have launched this year. Why is it exciting? We think that USDG and this consortium model in partnership with Solana really is the right way to go about distribution of stablecoins around the world. If you think about an asset, just like any currency, it only really is effective if you can use it widely. You can make payments, you can receive your paycheck in that asset, you can take it around the world, and that asset works on your behalf even when you're not paying for something. So things like yield, being able to really capture that as a business or as a consumer, we think is a really important way to distribute this type of technology around the world. And what are the advantages to it? Often it's essentially, if you think about traditional payments, it can take days, sometimes weeks in certain countries for merchants to get their funds. So imagine you're the biggest global retailer in Brazil. Sometimes it can take up to 30 days for you to receive your funds. With stablecoins, with our partnership with Solana and USDG with Paxos, we can take this down to about T+0. So in the same day, a merchant can accept payments from a consumer, and Worldpay can help process that payment using stablecoins on the same day. In a world with increasing costs of capital, you can imagine getting that yield, having that capital on your balance sheet almost immediately is a huge advantage to many businesses around the world. And we're really excited about helping support both Solana and the Dollar Global Network in really distributing this type of asset around the world. What is our vision? Our vision, if you can think about it, is if you're a treasury management team for a big company, Let's say you have thousands of employees around the world, you have thousands of suppliers around the world. Can we use smart contracts? Can we use these internet native assets to allow your teams to automate a lot of the work and a lot of the headache that they typically have to deal with? So how to manage your treasury, how to pay out suppliers, how to pay your employees. All of those types of things we believe we can really automate and push on chain, and we can really start to see a lot of the benefits of using blockchain technology in the background, and for those who really want to use it in the forefront, provide tooling for them to really maximize that benefit. So this is the future, I would say, of a company like Worldpay. So just a quick reminder, if we do $2 trillion in volume a year in total global payments volume, you can really think about it, if we move all of our volume on chain, it suddenly becomes one of the biggest crypto companies really in existence. Obviously, that won't really occur overnight, but that is the goal of my team, is to come up with technological partnerships and solutions with the likes of the Solana ecosystem to start moving a lot of this volume on chain, start realizing the benefits of this technology that we're all here interested in and working on actively. And the way that we view this is, how do we take sort of legacy traditional payment companies like Worldpay, take our retailers, which represent, our merchants, which represent some of the biggest global companies, how do we make blockchain technology really easy for them to use? How do we show them that by using this technology, you gain a lot of benefits you can't actually access in the traditional space? And then how do we kind of do this together where everyone is benefiting? We believe a consortium model in partnership with companies like yourselves is really at the forefront of how we can accomplish that. And what are we trying to look at, and what are we trying to accomplish? Doing on-chain settlement T+0 at scale. So what does it look like to do dozens of billions of dollars a year instantaneously being paid out on the same day? How do you do cross-border payments from some of the biggest corridors in the world that usually take a lot of fees when you're doing those type of transactions? How do we bring those transaction fees as close to zero as we can? Those are all the types of initiatives that we're really working on. And on top of that, we're working with a lot of different DeFi protocols on how do we maximize the yield for your business when you're holding these assets. And with that, I'm done. Quick reminder, Ahmed Zifzaf, if you see me around, you're working on something relevant to anything I discussed, we would love to chat. Thank you very much.